We decided, well, we were looking to adopting, and it took a 5-year process to adopt. And we finally did adopt. We were excited about what happened. I'm going to let my wife take over from here, because I ramble, so I'm going to pull myself away.
So as Gerald said, we decided to adopt. We tried for 10 years to have a child on our own. We were not able to. And when you're dealing with that, when you lose a child, the first thing is you want to have another one. You just want to have your own baby, and that's just how it is, and there's no other option. Unfortunately, that was not to be for us, and so we looked into adoption, and of course the first thought is, well, we would like to go to China or somewhere like that where we can have a tiny little baby come home in our arms. That was not meant to be, and we ended up working through the Children's Aid Society, and we struggled even with the adoption process because it's long, it's difficult. I have said I've given birth and I've adopted, and adoption is far more painful. It's just so difficult. There's so much that you have to deal with, and the process is made so difficult. I understand why, but when you know the number of children that need homes, it breaks your heart that it is so difficult to get one. Well, God is good, and we called our adoption worker one day. We were completely finished. We said, we can't do this anymore. Our hearts are broken. We cannot do this. Please take us off your list. We're sorry we wasted your time. She said, I understand. She took us off the list, and she called back 5 minutes later and said, we have one lady who is dying to talk to you. Can you take one more interview? And thank God we said yes, because it ended up being our child. We met her. This child came with a diagnosis of Down syndrome. And as I understand it, for reason that flabbergasts me, the number of abortions of children that are pre-diagnosed with with Down syndrome is unbelievable. People just don't want children with Down syndrome, and I don't understand. But we were told that the first doctor that saw our daughter before she went into foster care, or when she was placed in foster care, said to the foster mother, don't waste your time. She is he actually used the word mongoloid, so I don't know how old this doctor was, but he said she is severely mongoloid. She will never walk, she will never talk, she will never play with other children, she will have no measurable quality of life. Just make this child as comfortable as you can until we can find a place to put her in an institution. And he actually said if I were the attending physician of that birth mother, I would have recommended termination of pregnancy. But since this unfortunate little wretch has come into the world, make her as comfortable as you can. We adopted Ronan in 2009. I can tell you, she is now 10 years old. She's in grade 5. She can read, she can write, she plays. She has a bit of difficulty speaking, but that's par for the course with Down syndrome, and we're working on it. The only true statement that he made is that she would never walk because the child runs everywhere she goes. She's never so on her legs. I've actually brought pictures. You are welcome to look at our pictures of our daughter. She is the absolute light of our life, but if that doctor had been the attending physician, she would not be here. I've heard it said by people who are supporters of abortion that abortion is the solution because every child should be a wanted child. Can I assure you, as a mom, as a woman, and as a family who dealt with 10 years of infertility, every child is wanted. Whether it is by the person carrying that child in their stomach or the person carrying that child in their heart, it's a wanted child. And if it were not for a doctor that did not recommend abortion, we would not have our daughter. If that man had been her doctor, she would not be here, we would not have her. And I cannot tell you, we were going to bring her tonight, but she gets really weird in crowds, and she would either be all over or she would be hiding in the corner, so we just didn't bring her. But Down syndrome is nothing scary. There's nothing that God can't work through and work out, and God is amazingly good. And I just continue to say to people, every child is wanted, whether it's wanted by you or by me, every child is a wanted child.